My next guest is a huge fan of McDonald's, and we like to get his fast take on this. Please welcome to the show America's accountant, Dan Geltrude. Dan, we saw this in the lineup today, and I thought, well, boy, this has got to be something that Dan Geltrude's going to talk about, because I know Dan's been about every McDonald's in every country around the world. What say you?
Well, let's start with this. I think that Donald Trump made a brilliant move here, right? Because the Golden Arches is one of the most recognized symbols and iconic symbols in the entire world. On top of that, McDonald's is an all-American brand. They're the second largest private employer with 2.2 million employees. Now, globally, McDonald's serves 69 million customers daily. Scott, that's a lot of burgers coming off the assembly line. And on top of that, how about this? They're the world's largest distributor of toys, with more than 1.5 billion toys given away each year. So now, with Donald Trump getting himself out there, next to those Golden Arches, I don't know how McDonald's feels about this, but I think it was a great move in terms of a message he's trying to put forth. And I believe he's trying to say, hey, listen, I'm rich, I'm successful, but I'm the people's billionaire. Will it work? I don't know, but I think it's a great way to approach it.
Yeah, I don't think it hurt him at all. And to your point, I mean, and I said it in my monologue, there's a lot of people that, it's one of the, you say the biggest distributor of toys. 1 in 8 Americans have worked there. I think that the lessons that it teaches young people are fantastic. And again, my problem is that when we try to make those places, when the government gets involved and try to make those places a career, when you're trying to make McDonald's a career, that means the rest of the economy really stinks, right? And that's when they jack up the hourly wage to $20 or whatever it's going to be, $22, and then nobody can afford to go to McDonald's anymore. That's the problem. So it was a great AAA, right? It was a great a place where you could train people to move off into something bigger and better at some point in time. But they learn the disciplines of timekeeping and working as a team and all the things that McDonald's teaches you, and it's kind of a launching pad. But they've taken that away from it, and when the economy is bad, they try to turn it into a career. That's what really bothers me. I don't think that that's anywhere near what it should be, and then that makes it so much more expensive that we've had McDonald's go out of business in places that they never should have.
Well, I don't disagree with most of what you said, Scott. Look, for some people, I do think McDonald's is a career. And I'm not talking about being a line worker. I think that's what you're saying. Being a line worker at McDonald's forever. No, that's not where you should be going. However, it is a great stepping stone to other things, whether it's in McDonald's corporate or anywhere else you go.
I agree.
You learn how to work as a team. You're correct about that. And how about this? You learn about customer service. And that's what everything is about, because everybody's got a product or a service that they're looking to sell. Well, if the customer isn't happy, you're not going to be in business too long. And I want to make one other point here that I think Donald Trump is doing quite effectively with this. McDonald's is something, for all the things we've talked about, which is very relatable. So how does a billionaire become relatable to the common person? Listen, this is the common denominator he's using. It's brilliant.
Maybe he should have worn the same tie that you have on here. I think it looks like a McDonald's tie, if you ask me.
It is. It is a McDonald's tie because, Scott, I am a man of the people.
There you go. There you go. Of course you are. America's accountant. Well, before we go, but you're right. That's a great career for a manager of a McDonald's, or somebody that may own a couple of them or even one. They're expensive to own. But I think that what you're rightly referring to is, you can't turn burger flipping into a career. You just can't, even though a lot of folks like to, especially when the market gets bad. But I do think it was a great ploy. I really do. You're exactly right. It's going to get it's getting a ton of airplay yesterday, all day, obviously last night and this morning again. And so we'll see how it all shapes up. But I think that with those Golden Arches, there's nothing more American than that. It's almost like being born on the 4th of July. I appreciate you coming on, Dan. You were the perfect guy to talk to about that. But it was a great story. And you're right. I'm with you. I think it was a great move, too. So there we go. All right.